My friends Yasin and Yunus sat beside me that summer afternoon as the sun set at David Beach. We all shared the same passion, spearfishing. However, the water had to be perfectly still and perfectly clear for us to spearfish, which was very rare. That same day we had watched a documentary on spearfishing in the south of Morocco, where the fishermen made some amazing catches. The thought alone made us feel good, and for me, it turned it into a necessity. So I proposed we turn the dream into reality by having a trip to the south, and my friends were just as ecstatic as I was. However, this meant that I would not be able to go with my parents and siblings to Spain. A summer trip to Spain was a tradition in our family. It gave my family an opportunity to take a break from the stress of everyday life and enjoy some quality time together. I would feel guilty not going with them, and I had to make my decision. Although my feelings were telling me to go to Spain and keep my parents happy, my desires and rationale wanted spearfishing. I mean, what will I do in Spain? The last time I went, I sat all day and watched TV and slept. Now I could not support the dreadful thought of being bored. I wanted to experience something new and have an adventure, and that is exactly what my trip to the south would offer. So it comes time to go to a little spearfishing village in the south of Morocco called Imswan, located between Agadir and Essaouira. Now we only had two options for transportation, CTM, a more expensive and higher quality bus, and then there was the car, a very cheap and shady one. Yunus wanted to travel comfortably, but Yassine said the car is exactly the same but cheaper. My friends failed to come to a decision, so I intervened and led the vote in favor of the CTM. And so we let the road hit us, as the colors outside my window turned from gray to green to the color of clay as we finally arrived in Imswan. My uncle had come to Imswan in the past and befriended a young local fisherman called Mbak. He was the same age as us and fished octopus for a living, hence his nickname, Azaiza, Moroccan for octopus. Mbak took good care of us. He helped us find a small apartment along the coast for a lower price, and every single day he led us to a new and exciting spearfishing expedition. It was better than we expected. We had to juggle through the rocks and walk long distances on deserted coastline, carrying heavy gear, but the rewards made up for it. The waters were crawling with fish, and I was rewarded with the biggest catch in my life. For the first time in a very long time, I wanted to wake up early. We soon decided the apartment took away from the adventurous aspect, so instead, we set up a tent at the camping zone. We spent very little money on food, since we grilled everything we fished, and traded the extra fish for services from local food parlors. It was as though we traveled back in time to when life was more pleasant. I felt alive, as though this were the element in which a human being was intended to belong. The peacefulness and hospitality of the villagers instilled in me a feeling of warmth and peace of mind. Mbak was pleased to guide us through our journey, and wanted nothing more from us than our friendship. But as the sun set that final afternoon, it was time to head back to civilization, where Imswan became a fairy tale. Today, every time I feel depressed, I think about the good times I had at Imswan, and it soothes my pain. This trip made me realize how important it is to pursue what I want to pursue, not what others want me to do. The hospitality displayed by my friend Mbak and the impact it had on our experience makes me wonder how the world would be if there were Mbak in every one of us.